Oh, he just wasted his dash. That is not what you want to do, friend. Yeah, I should have... Oh, hello? I've never seen someone try to put so much disrespect. Alright, guys, so let's talk about Jackie. So, Dagger Jackie's been a fun one that's been around for a while. Actually, one of the first videos that we actually made for Eternal Return was we did a Dagger Jackie video that's got off on. I do not recommend that one. We actually did a Meta Jackie video, which I still do recommend that video. That is, if you do want to know more about like your skills and understand how ordering, leveling, and all that, I recommend checking that out, because this one is going to be more talking about Dagger in particular. So with Dagger, we're going to want to abuse certain aspects of her kit, which is namely just how insane the click on Dagger skill is. So first things first, Jackie, if you don't know, has an absurd amount of mobility, and adding the Dagger skill on top of it just makes her even more agile than before. She was already kind of like near impossible to catch if she didn't want to take a fight, and this just takes her like a little bit over the top. If she doesn't want to fight, you're not going to catch her. But this also could be used very, very offensively, because it gives you a guaranteed crit, and along with a fixed amount of the enemy's current HP as additional damage. This thing does a ton of damage, and surprisingly, Dagger is not as weak as you would think. I know, you don't see a lot of people playing on a ladder, but it's actually quite strong. This is a big reason for it, but also for her passive. Her attack power is going to be temporarily increased, and we'll get into why that's important in a second. And then the last reason is the Adrenaline Burst. The Adrenaline Burst is super, super strong. You're actually going to be healing a ton during the fights, and because this is going to be a combination of lifesteal. It's not going to be as like crazy as dual swords, how we abuse lifesteal there. This is actually going to be like slightly worse in a sense, but it's still like you're going to be topped off, and unless they 100 you, you're probably just going to kill them. The main thing here with skill ordering is that I may have made a tad bit of a mistake here during the video. I actually want to go passive ultimate QW Denny. That's going to be the leveling order. As W, you're going to want the attack speed as much as possible. It does increase the duration, but does lower the cooldown and give you a higher attack speed ratio while doing it. So yeah, that's going to be all for the skills. As for the routing, is going to be pretty straightforward. This is going to be like the most basic Viral Blade route that you could find, and Viral Blade being a 2-zoner makes it incredibly easy to find. Generally, it won't be too hard to find everything you need in a hotel, and you can just jump over the wall to like get ahead of everybody, assuming you don't spawn main building, spawn like near the car, for example. And you could just grab exactly what you need, and you could dip. If you miss out on the scrap metal, don't worry about it, because you could TP the factory and just find scrap metal there anyways. So if you get everything else and you're still missing out on scrap metal, just go TP factory. Don't worry about it. Just go find a factory. Like there's 9 there. You're not gonna run out. And from here, you can create a Viral Blade. Now, generally, I would be like, well, go fight people. But like Jackie kind of has to take her time killing people. You're not exactly gonna be bursting people right away. This is a crit build, so with crit builds, you're going to need your items. And this build really much accelerates when you have all your items online. So the next part of your build is going to be getting your Butler suit, which you'll be getting over at Pond. And Pond will give you, well, Butler suit will give you a ton of lifesteal, 20% lifesteal, some movement speed, and a little bit of defense with normal attack reduction, and a ton of attack power. 30 attack power is on the Scoff at. This is going to work really well considering your build's pretty much all crit. So crit, 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 crit. You get a crit, you get a ton of healing. That's the idea here. Now, combine this with Dagger skill, her ultimate, the W with the attack speed, and you got a monster on your hands. Also, Viral Blade is nothing to scoff at itself. It does give you movement speed, attack speed, and attack power. After that, you're just pretty much going to fill out your build how you can, and you're just going to deviate if need be. Like, there's not really much I can hold your hand there and tell you. It's just if you miss on a couple components, you need to go find elsewhere in the map. Generally, this isn't like anything too special here with finding things. The main thing here is actually RNG items. Now, this is the important. The big one here is going to be Fraggarach. So I know in the gameplay video I posted yesterday that we actually didn't make the Fraggarach, we made the Emerald Tablet, and that's because I actually kind of forgot this item was in the game. We are actually going to be trying to make this as much as possible. So what I do personally is, while I'm on a hotel, I try to just pick up a knife while I'm there, because there's actually not that many knives on the map. There's only 13 of them. That's not a lot of them. You want to go pick up one while you're there. I wouldn't go out of my way for it. If you can't find one while you're there, like you just didn't find it, you could just leave it and try to find it later, maybe in dock or temple. and then eventually make an army knife and then start going for a force core. So like I know the build itself says you need a force core to make an emerald tablet, which is meteorite, you know, powder of life, to make the emerald tablet. Don't worry about this emerald tablet. Make it if you can, if you have just a second or even third force core, to be honest, because honestly I would recommend remote mines before that. That's gonna be like the first RNG item. The second one is going to be moonstone. Moonstone you can make into either one of two things. You can go for the moonlight pendant, or you can go for the cube watch, which is going to be completely dependent on what's happening throughout the game. So like early on, I ended up having to deviate back to Hotel one of the games. I killed a wolf, I didn't have my creed, and I just ended up making a cube watch, and I just called it there. You know, that works out really well. But if you can't find your accessory piece for whatever reason, you can find the cards, you can find a flower, make a moonlight pendant. And you just won't go wrong. These are good stats to have. You're just going to be missing out a little bit of that crit, and honestly, the flower fate is mostly there because it's easier to make. So if you can get it, I would recommend making the moonlight pendant over the cube watch, but that is my take on that. Now, the last one is mithril items. Mithril items are some of the best items in the game, but they are quite rare to find. Now, the easiest rule of thumb here is Mithril Shield's insane, and it's insanely easy to make. Look at all these stats you're getting. 30 attack, 30 defense, 12% attack speed, and 0.1% move speed is a lot. Mithril Helm, very similar, just a ton of stats. Mithril Chest, a ton of tanky stats. This is probably the only one I wouldn't make in terms of this build, just for the sole reason of you're losing your butler suit, and your butler suit is a pretty key component in just keeping you alive. So this is probably the only one I would avoid, but the rest of them are kind of fair game. And if you have to pick one, let's say you're full build and you're picking one, I would generally just go for the Mithril Helmet. Mithril Helmet just gives you like a ton of stats for free, and it might as well just be strictly better than, you know, Crystal TR. You'll lose some crit, but like you're not losing the auto attack enhancing from Creed of the Night, or the crit enhance from Creed of the Night. But that's gonna be all for me today, guys. I hope you guys do enjoy the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the information. If you have any more questions about this or anything else, you can actually follow me over on my stream over at twitch.tv/TomSorster. We do we stream pretty much every day. And we make a ton of ERBS content here on the channel, of course. And you know, I'm just saying, a lot of you guys aren't subscribed or watching these videos. I'm going to be working my hardest to make as much informative content as possible, along with the stuff we've already been doing. So, you know, if you do enjoy what you like, you know, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We just hit 2K people, you know, let's see if we get that up to 3K as soon as possible. Yeah, that's gonna be all for me, guys. If you do enjoy the video, I'll leave a like down below, and I'll see you all next time. Appreciate it. All right, so let's talk about the girl Jackie. Okay, I gotta go fuck himself. I think I'll disrupt my autos like that. Toxic. So this is a little sucky. Okay, so the reality is we aren't gonna find scrap here, so we could hopefully, we have everything else, so hopefully we can find the rest over in factory. You generally don't want to have to hope to do that, but I mean, sometimes it just is the way it is. But we got both of them right off the bat, so it's not really an issue. We have all the SP in the world, and we're just not popping things like dinguses. Just hit him there, give him a little love taps, farm some mastery. Alright, cool. So the main thing with this build is that it's very RNG reliant. You're gonna want to craft a frag later on. Like, essentially just swap off from the Viral Blade to a frag, which you need a force core for. A force core is, in itself, are going to be a hard drop to find, but what you can do to alleviate that is you're going to find the components for it, like Meteorite and the Tree of Life, which Meteorite again is also random, but it's not the hardest thing in the world to find. Other big things with like the builder, even Jackie in general, is really abuse like your mobility early on to speed up the looting, which is why we made so many SP pots early on, because otherwise it just slows you down like exponentially. So we're gonna do a quick search between 3 boxes. If we don't find what we're looking for, we're just gonna call it there. What we're looking for is the glass bottles though, because glass bottles on Avenue 5th is a little, you know, a little yikes. Alright, cool. We got milk too, which is good sign. That means it probably isn't completely looted, and you love to see that. And we got the slippers, which is awesome because we're towards the bottom of pond, and what we'll do instead of having to run all the way up, we'll just run straight down. I don't believe the wolves are up yet. No, they are. Okay, cool. We will take these because there's no reason not to. It'll give us some mastery, and we also could potentially find what we were looking for earlier. And we do need leather regardless, so... Nice. And we actually just captured feather dust. That's awesome. You'd love to see that. Okay. Get our flower here. And we will try to make healing pots if at all possible. We'll shot the feather in there. We don't need any more. And I'm just gonna run straight through pond, and we're just gonna try and get it this way. Because this is generally the things that are checked the least. As you can see, there's still a hammer and a pickaxe in there. So I should kind of tell you everything you need to know about like how often this part of the map is checked. And this is something I'll try to explain a lot on my stream, which you're not following, you know. I'm just saying. It's a pretty awesome stream. But there's certain areas of the map that aren't checked in zone, in even like certain zones. So like in pond, it's usually gonna be like the bare pillars checked, right? Like roughly around here. But here, this is kind of the part that's checked the least. Also, we should have made a burger there, and we're gonna need a turtle shell at some point, but there's no reason in walking all the way back now. We're gonna grab this and this, and we will make chocolate chip cookies at some point. And there's our hairband. So we got actually everything we need here. We need sticks and rocks though. Kill this, grab our mastery real quick. So it's actually working really well for us. Our pathing is pretty nice. We haven't had too much of an issue yet. And now what we really need is going to be just the stallion metal, which shouldn't be too hard to find, to be honest. So there's a stallion metal and the turtle shell and a chain, and that could all be found in beach, which is closing off in over a minute. So I know our routing says to go at least 6, but when we can find all 3 components in one zone, it just seems a little trolling not to do so. Also, the bears are here, which is also a really nice touch. Because we are going to do that. Because why not? Because, like, a big thing with this game in general is just farming mastery. Even if you can't, like, you know, 1v9, kill everybody, you still want to be ahead if you want to be consistent. And that's going to be a thing that's going to help you, like, win a lot of games. And the reason I'm pathing this way... Oh, that's really scary, actually. Nighttime terror, dude. Let me tell you. What are you? Ooh, a little spooky. Got me shaking a bit. Pop our SP just in case. We're not exactly too much. We need a branch to make the chocolate chip cookies, because otherwise we're going to be really low on food. The chain might be a little tedious to find, and it's probably not going to be found here. I'm going to grab this now just to make my chocos. And then we'll jump over this wall. That is a Asian. Oh. You're griefing. What? Okay. I don't know why that guy walked into me. I wish I could explain it to you. We actually are not going to look at this warning because we want to keep the flower fate. So what we need here is a chain. It's day 2 morning. I do want to go send, but I also want to check the Tree of Life. Which is gone. Okay, that's unfortunate. We could have checked by doing our map, but I mean, something's right there anyways. Oh, there's actually noise here. And we actually are not very weak. We don't have access to our ultimate. But I do feel like we might be... Oh, it's a Kiara. It doesn't look like they don't have ultimate. They want to try like hide it out. Okay, so you do have ultimate. So I'm gonna just kite it out now. And I'm gonna just keep him at a tether. It's about halfway through restoration already as is. Oh, they just wasted their E too. That's probably not the best thing for them to do. I don't think we can actually catch her. She's gonna have to back off, and we're gonna also need to back off here. Okay. So we are gonna try and find this chain. That is what we're missing. And Ali closing off is not making me too happy. I'll be real. But we will go through school here. I do also want the Tree of Life, but it's not the end of the world if we don't get it. We could also try for Force Wick on spawn for a guaranteed Force Core. We also do need to get a knife at some point. We'll make a honey pot. Also, we're back at the point where our food is not looking too hot again. We grab potatoes in alley, assuming the Nile taken. We'll let that bat bleed out. And again, mastery. Oh, awesome. You'd love to see that. Okay, free life is always nice. So, we're gonna go check Avenue really quick. But I do not think we're gonna be able to get much done here, if anything. Maybe at most just grab a couple potatoes and have to head out. And I do not want to take too much time right here. Yep. I think the only thing we're gonna be able to do here is just grab a couple potatoes and just head out real quick. Which we'll go straight to cemetery, get that to real life if we can. Real life is gonna be something we want, because just in case, it's also gonna lead us to our chain, which we did find. So now we are Bucephalus, so we're really happy about that. There's even a tree left on the map, or sorry, a chain left on the map. So what we're gonna actually do now is go and contest a tree. It's gone immediately, so that means either somebody was waiting on the spawn. It could have been one of those two jackets that are just fighting now. Oh, no. Looks like it was his Yuki. And... no. Oh, he just wasted his dash. That is not what you want to do, friend. Yeah. Sadly, he wasted our tree. Which does make me sad. It is the way things go, sadly. So while we're here, we can do some things. Well, I actually want to use the potatoes because we're right next to fish. And fish is pretty easy to just grab. And do the exact same thing we're going to do with potatoes anyways. And the eye is here. This eye is not very strong. Yep. QR is right there, so we'll let go of the chase for now. Just make some big carp. We don't have our dagger skill for 30, we don't have our ulti for another minute at least, so we're just gonna give that up. There's honestly no reason we should continue that fight. We'll take the wolves over here though. We'll pop our curry bun because we don't need it anymore. And again, we're looking for meteorite possible. We haven't found a mithril or a meteorite yet, which is pretty unfortunate. It makes me sad as a person. There's a Hyunwo here. What's going on with you, buddy? Well, actually, I don't even care about the Hyun itself. Let's go see if we can find the... we get this third party off. Oh, looks like you got kited to hell and back, friend. That's unfortunate. Okay, but we are in the wrong place at the wrong time. Avenue's closed off, meaning Wick will spawn here. Ah, but she's gonna... honestly, we probably could have made it to forest if we didn't hesitate. So I might have to run forest. We're gonna have to go forest. Yep, it went straight forest. Okay, we're in the wrong spot then. We really want that. We can still find knives for sure. So it's not a big deal if we don't get it. This is a misplay on my part. I should have... oh, hello? I've never seen someone try to put so much disrespect. What the fuck? It just makes me sad as a person that's the thing that just happened. Because my ulti is gonna disrupt this. Alright, thank god. Oh. Hey man, gotta use that. Oh, we got mithril. Okay. That's nice. What's still even available to us? We'll worry about that in a second. So Wick's back on beach. So either she's going... oh my gosh, she could go 3 places. She could just turn around. Okay, she's in Uptown. I made the right choice. Not having ulti first kinda sucks. Because we are just gonna like... it's gonna take a little longer to do. We could do it very easy. But we definitely want to have our ultimate up for it. So... how do we want to go about this? Well, we need to want to grab camps first, that's for damn sure. Grabbing camps is going to be the most important thing here. Alright, she's back at dock. I'll still grab camps, because I feel like it's probably going to be a very silly chase at this point. I want to keep eyes on the map. Keeping eyes on the map is going to be pretty important. I definitely don't want to give it this wick. There's only 4 other people on the map right now. And I'm not exactly... that's a pretty lighter. Let me take that, just in case. I almost said just not TP and wait. Because there's a good chance she could... oh, she's right on top of us. Nice, you'd love to see that. And I'm assuming there's no one contesting us. It doesn't even matter, like, because we just sustain through Wick so easy with this build. Or just in Jack in general. Jackie just does Wick real nice. Okay, so... he can't kill us. Yeah, I could have ran away, but I really, really do not want to lose that force core. Like, it's at the end of... oh my god, this guy has everything. My goodness, get this out of my inventory. Holy crap. It is out of my inventory. Give me the SP pot. And with this, we would only need a meteorite to upgrade our accessory, but that's not what we care about. We want this force core, and the whole reason for this force core, which I keep pointing out, is kitchen knives. We can use this kitchen knives to make a frag, which is just a strictly better vibro blade. We could upgrade the tablet, but that's not the point here. If for some reason we check all of dock and we can't find a knife, then we will make that upgrade, but I don't think it's going to be the hardest thing in the world to find one here. But this is where, okay, I'll say it. This is where people spawn, and it does make it a little bit of an issue at times. So any branch is nearby. Okay, somewhere here. So now we'll pick up our frag. We'll have our frag here. We get rid of Vibro Blade, and that's just a strict upgrade for us. We can still find... what's it called? We don't need you anymore. We can still find a meteorite to get an emerald tablet, which isn't the craziest upgrade in the world, but it's still an upgrade nonetheless. We probably won't need this. So like right now, like where are the meteorites? So we have bears down here, which I actually completely forgot about because it's head empty. But we are still 9. We're in top 3 situation. I don't know where anyone is. And the right play probably is going to be a fight. So this Hyun Wo is going to stay nearby. I'm going to take his fight. I'm 2 levels on him. I have fishing chips. I have ulti. Sadly, it doesn't look like we're going to be using this Mythril for anything. And honestly, I don't even know what we'd probably replace. It'd probably be the Mythril head first. This guy just has a casual double guillotine on the floor. Yeah, I love that for him. And Hyun Wo is going to be doing that thing Hyun Wo's do, which is not play the game and just run away. Sick bamboo trap friend. And that's a really fun interaction for those who didn't know. So Wickline is actually a bleed. So the reason he got slowed there and why I didn't have to... oh, yeah, you care about this? You sure about this, friend? Yeah, she's just dead. And that's gonna be game. So yeah, the reason why we were able to get that slow there is because Wickline is still bleed, and it doesn't specify Jackie's bleed, it just says bleed. So that's actually a really funny combo you can do with that when you have a Wickline as a Jackie. Doesn't matter what build it is. And yeah, that's gonna be a Dagger Jackie. So a couple points that we weren't able actually to cover in the video is the Mythril is going to be used for like pretty much any upgrade you get. I believe the proper one is going to be the headpiece. Mythril head is really, really strong. Because really the other parts of your build are really important. Without the Creed of the Night, I feel like it's just going to be a little more lackluster. That's my opinion. I do like the crit though, but people, you know, I know people like their myth shield. Generally, if it's not like a dedicated crit build, I would go myth shield though. And then of course myth chest. If you end up going Mythril chest, you could swap off as well, like the Creed of the Night. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me today, guys. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like down below. You know, subscribe to the channel. You know, there's quite a bit of you guys who aren't subscribed that are watching. You know, maybe you forgot. You just click the little sub buttons right there. We post daily RBS content, and we also stream live over at twitch.tv/TomSorcerer. That's gonna be all for me today. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. This is going to be a YouTube only exclusive, so you know, hope that one's a little spicy for y'all. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye. Appreciate it.